Have you ever wondered which online UK Pokemon stores are the best? Over the years, I've bought from loads of different online stores, so today we're going to rank them from S tier to D tier. I thought this would be a fun little video to do, something a little bit different on the channel. I have just recently put out a where to buy Pokemon cards online and a where to buy Pokemon cards on the high street video, so check out those guides. Yeah, but this is just a little bit of fun today. Hopefully it's a little bit informative as well, so you can use it to judge where you want to buy your Pokemon cards from. Let's dive in and see which stores truly live up to the hype. Hi everyone, it's Ryan here from Pools of Positivity. I often get asked where I buy my Pokemon cards from, so hopefully if you haven't seen those guides already, then I can answer some of your questions here and I'll rank these from what I think is the best stores for you to be looking at online and the ones that I think you should probably avoid. As I said before, I'm going to be using a tier list. It will go from S tier to D tier. You've seen these videos before. It's quite a common format online. I thought, why not jump on that? It seems like quite a fun thing to do with you guys. If you haven't already, then please like, comment and subscribe. And if you want to become part of the community even more, you can come and join our Discord. I will leave a link to that in the comments. Right, so I've got loads of stores here. It's important to note as well that this list isn't completely exhaustive. There is exhaustive, I think that's the word. There is loads of other stores as well, but I could go on for days and days and days. These are like some of the main ones, or most of the main ones that you don't want to miss. There's a lot of like independent online stores, and I'm sorry if I just can't include them all, but these are the ones that I've used or I have the most like knowledge of. So we're going to go S, A, B, C and D tier, and starting off here with one that I haven't actually used. I haven't used all of these, like this is impossible to have used them all, but I'm going to go based on feedback that I've received from people in the Discord or like ratings and just what I've got a feel from looking at the websites. I'm going to put, this doesn't show it very well. Can I change the way this looks? Because that doesn't show you. No, there we go. Right, so Alchemist Workshop. Now I think Alchemist Workshop deserves an A. From what I saw online, they do stock new products. They do stock a lot of products, not just Pokemon. I think they do other TCGs as well and stuff, but they seem really good and I think they're worthy of an A. It does specifically say on there that they limit one per person or per household of each item, which is good, and they seem to stock at MSRP, so give them a look. I think they're pretty worthy of their spot there at A tier. Yeah, I'm going to be judging based on a number of different things as well. One of the main things I'm going to be judging for is if they do sell at retail price. If they're overcharging for cards, I'm going to knock them down the list. Amazon's a difficult one, because if you're looking at Amazon like their Pokemon store where you can request email invitations for products, then I'd rank them quite highly, because I think that's quite a good way of doing it. But then also there's a lot of third-party sellers on there. There's a lot of people that are scalpers that are selling on there and other things as well, so it's a bit of a mixed bag. I'm going to put Amazon at B. Don't miss it, because it is definitely worth signing up for those invitations and you might get products. And when they do go out and you get lucky and you get that email, then they're actually quite a good price and you can get them actually cheaper than elsewhere, especially like tins and stuff. I think they sell like a lot of tins for $8.99 if you get lucky. Argos again is very hit and miss. Sells at MSRP, which is big, so that pushes it up the list a lot. Heavily botted. Difficult to get product for, pushes it down because of the security issues. I'm going to put it alongside Amazon at B. I think is worthy. Argos on release days and stuff, they have the products up before they become available, so if you do want to get stuff on Argos, your best chance is on release day, waiting on there normally just before 8 o'clock and already being on a product page for the thing you want, waiting for it to go live and try and buy it straight away. But they do get botted quite a lot and it is difficult. Asda, now I haven't included all supermarkets. I kind of single Asda out because I think Asda are the best out of all the supermarkets for stocking Pokemon cards, and it goes that way online as well. I don't think they're as high as the others though. I'm going to put Asda at a C, not because they don't charge at MSRP, because they do charge at retail price, which is good, but I think Asda, some of their products are a little bit misleading and they don't tell you what packs. They sell check lane blisters and stuff and they don't tell you what packs, and it's a bit of a gamble, but they do stock cards and it's MSRP, so yeah, we'll go with that. Right, this one's not really a seller but like a reseller. Second-hand market, card markets. Oh, do you know what? I think card market gets S tier. Card Market is probably the best place you can go for singles and for like yeah, that second-hand market of single cards, especially if you're trying to fill out a binder and stuff like that. And they definitely have the cheapest prices, better than eBay. Card Market kind of set the standard in if you're looking for the prices or wanting to look for reliable pricing on cards, then Card Market is the way to go. But that's not really for sealed stuff, although there is sealed stuff on there. The Card Mart. I don't know much about the Card Mart. This comes in the category of cards. This comes in the category of shops online. That is like those independent card stores that seem to mix new releases sold at our MSRP along with, like, I don't want to say scalped, but overpriced market price stuff. Where do I put them? Where do I put them? Where do I put them? I actually don't know where to put them because I'm not too familiar with them and I don't want to mark them too harshly. I think all the ones that I'm going to put on B. Okay, good one here. Chaos Cards. This is a good example of, I'm going to say Chaos Cards is one of the biggest online Pokemon retailers, I believe. And I'm going to put them at A. Things I think Chaos Cards do right. They do get my words up. They do email invitations for new products, so you can sign up for email alerts for new products, and if you're lucky then you get picked and you can do pre-orders for new products, and they are at MSRP. That is a really important thing. That pushes them up the list a lot. I think that's really good, stores to do that. They do stock other cards and older sets and stuff at a higher price, closer to market price, which pushes them off of S tier. I appreciate stuff that is out of print that they stock will be a higher price. They're no longer printed. You're not going to get them at RRP anymore. Fair enough. The stuff that you can find at RRP that they're still charging higher for, it's a mixed bag, isn't it? Sometimes it's hard because they do good things and they do bad things. You know what? I'm actually going to move them down after saying that out loud. I think they do good stuff by charging retail price on new products, but then I think, yeah, like you can go on there and get prismatic packs for like £10 or something, which is overpriced in my opinion. That might be a little bit much. It might be like £8. Coasters Collectibles is another one of them, along with Card Mart or Chaos Cards. Although I do hold Chaos Cards in a higher. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to put Chaos Cards. I'm going to put Chaos Cards here at the top of B, close to A. They're better than Amazon and Argos. It's definitely better than these other ones. Chaos Cards is on the line for me there because they are very good. Game in store, yes, 100% recommend if you're going in store. Online, I did actually buy some Prismatic Evolutions back in the day online at Game, but hard to get stuff. When they do get stuff, it's at MSRP. It's worth checking, but they're probably not going to have stock. They'll have less stock than. Do you know what? I put them similar to Asda. Yeah. You might get something on there, but they don't often have stock online, and if they do, it gets botted quite quickly. Hamleys I'm going to put down here. They now and again have products online. Hamleys in store have been basically scalping or selling for way over RRP, so they get demoted massively for that. eBay is almost as good as Card Market and is good because they offer buyer's protection and stuff, and it is a reliable. If you get sold fake cards, you can go through eBay's terms of service and stuff, and you can get a refund and things like that, so that's good. I do think eBay holds it back on singles because there is a minimum price you can charge for products on eBay, which pushes the price of singles up a little bit compared to Card Market, but generally is quite reliable. Scalpers use eBay a lot to resell, which pushes it down. eBay is quite a reliable place to look at the price of singles though, and like if you look at past sales, you can look at sold, and eBay is quite good. I'm going to put them at A. Japan to UK, really good for Japanese sets. Again, it's one of those where they get new sets in. They do have English as well, and they sell for RRP, but then they don't sell for RRP on older stuff. Just purely for something different, for the fact that they supply so much Japanese product to the UK and at a reasonable price. I'm going to put them just below Chaos Cards, around the same as Chaos Cards, I think. HMV is getting a D. HMV, I don't even know if they stock Pokemon cards online anymore. I did look in my most recent video and they didn't have anything on there. They used to have a whole system set up where you could get an alert system set up. You could put your email and they'd alert you for new products and when they come back in stock, and there was even pre-orders and stuff for older sets. but I've never ever got anything on HMV, and I've never seen anything on there either actually available. And in store they keep telling me that they get Pokemon, but I've never ever seen one, and that's in years of looking in HMV, so they are a bit of a fail for me. JD Williams is like one of those ones. It's a clothes store that sells Pokemon stuff online now and again, botted again, same as the others. I'm going to put it like above Hamleys because they sell for RRP, which pushes them up, but they don't rarely have stock. But then when they do, it's worth checking. Jet Cards, I'm just going to pile in with the other ones here that I'm not too familiar with. It's like an independent online store, like specifically for TCG. So I'm going to put them bundled in with the other stuff that I'm not too much familiar with, like the Card Mart and the Coasties collectibles. Oh, Jesus. There's so many. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. This is like one of those where I'm like, am I doing the right thing? I thought I'd try something different doing this. Yeah, maybe I'm being a bit too serious while I'm doing this. I need to take it a bit more casual, like just chill out a bit more while I'm doing it. Let's move on to the next one. Magic Madhouse. Magic Madhouse is very similar to Chaos Cards. I'm gonna put. I hold these basically like they're almost the same store in my opinion. They operate very similarly, where you can sign up for emails and get pre-orders and stuff that way, and they sell new stuff or new releases at MSRP or most of the time at retail price, but then they also kind of sell on the market side of things after that initial release, so that pushes them down a little bit. I can't really separate the two much. Magic Madhouse has a slightly bigger variety of stuff that they get, but then they probably sell a slightly higher price. I was looking at one article that said that Magic Madhouse is like the leading online retailer for Pokemon cards. But yeah, I think they're thereabouts. I prefer Chaos Cards, so I'm going to put it top of B anyway. The only reason they're getting Bs is because they dabble in selling stuff at market price and above RRP, which, like I said, is fine on older stuff, but not on newer stuff. I just want to say as well, again, if you haven't, then please like, comment, subscribe. If I've missed something off of here that you want to see on here, then please let me know, because if there's a good store that I'm not aware of, I don't want everyone to miss out, so it might be worth just giving a shout out for that. That'd be really nice of you. And if you don't really know much about the channel and you're interested in subscribing, that would be amazing. I do a lot of content for like newer people, but just everyone in general. My vibe is very much like I want everyone to enjoy the hobby fairly. I don't agree with scalping or anything like that, and I'm just trying to create a community that everyone can just enjoy and love and be, you know, like inclusive and just have fun without all the drama, because there's so much negativity and so much competition, and like I said, like scalping and stuff in the hobby right now, and I just want a place for us to enjoy, for real collectors, people that actually enjoy the hobby, just to have that space together. And that fosters itself definitely in our Discord as well, so come and join the Discord. Anyway, moving on to Jurassic Cards. I'm going to just bundle that in with the others. I can't separate it from Jet Cards, Coasties Collectibles, the Card Mart. Minnesota I can. I'm not familiar with them at all really, but I've never seen anything in there. Supposedly they get stuff online, I've never seen it, and that's going to get bundled down with HMV for the same reasons. Pokemon Center is going up to S tier straight away. I know it's frustrating that you can't get stuff on Pokemon Center all the time. I know it's frustrating that they only do drops now and again. And I know it's frustrating the lengths that they have to go to stop bots and things like that, and the queue system that they do. But the fact that they try so hard to implement this stuff, and the fact that they sell obviously at RRP or even below sometimes, and their shipping, everything is really good. Like I today got my Mega Evolutions ETB a day early, so it's Thursday, so the day before it comes out, and I've already got it. I haven't opened it yet. But yeah, they're just good, and the shipping is free over £20 spent. So yeah, Pokemon, you can't beat Pokemon Center. I mean, it's weird. Pokemon, what would we do without them, really? Pokerand, now, down in my estimations, sells a lot of Japanese stuff, sells a lot of singles and graded cards and stuff. Obviously, the affiliation with Ace. I'm going to put him, unfortunately, down at C for bad practices, overpriced selling and whatnot. Going down a rabbit hole of things that I don't agree with, whereas I used to really like Randy. I still do, but the reputation is slipping for me, and it's he's showing that it's becoming more about the money than about enjoying the hobby, which is what obviously my ethics are and what I want us all to do. So he's slipped in my estimation a bit, but yeah, as far as the store goes, there is a lot of Japanese stuff on there, but it's a slightly higher price. Ryman, I don't want to speak bad about Ryman. Like, some of these aren't down here because they're bad, like bad sellers. They're just down here because they don't have products, like HMV and Miniso. And I think Ryman's in the same one. At the moment, they have holiday calendars. So if you want to buy a holiday calendar from Ryman, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with them. Their shipping's fine. Their prices are fine. It's just they don't really sell online that much. So I don't think they're worthy of being higher than that, just because they're not really competitive in this environment. Smith's is a hard one. I really like Smith's Toy Superstore. I'm going to put it S, and actually Pokemon Center needs to be top. It's weird because I'm including it in the list even though they don't actually sell online. But the reason I'm putting it there is because their online store shows all their Pokemon products. And it shows how many are in stock at each store. So you can look online and see what they've got before you travel to store, and it's all up to date, so you know exactly what you're getting. So if you go on there and it says your local store has 15 plus Destined Rivals packs, then go ahead. That gives you the green light to head on down to your local store and you'll get them. They'll be there. If it says out of stock, it's out of stock. So it's a good place to check. And they do tell you about all the upcoming stuff that's coming up, which is really useful. So as an online presence and a system that lets you know about their Pokemon products, I think it is really good, and I think it is worthy of being up there. And then obviously you need to go in the store to do like pre-orders and actually buy stuff, but I think the website is incredibly useful. So and they're just a good store, and they sell for RRP, so I think they deserve to be there. TG Jones used to be WH Smith's. It's going to go with Ryman's, just below Ryman's, because I don't think they actually sell anything. Actually, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move them around that way. I don't think I've ever seen anything on TG Jones, whereas these two have had stuff. Ryman's currently has the colanders, the holiday calendars. The holiday calendars. And then we've got Titan Cards. I'm going to bundle them in with the others. Titan Cards is quite heavy on selling singles, so if you're looking for singles, then check out Titan Cards. Total Cards. I have a bit of a gripe with Total Cards, as everyone knows that knows me. I've heard too many things about Total Cards that are bad. Total Cards have had some dodgy practices as far as I've heard. Recently, they've done well in selling at RRP for the new drop from Mega Evolutions, and people that had already previously bought on their store were able to get first dibs on stuff for Mega Evolutions for the new drop. Fair enough. You got dibs. It ensures that their customers are getting first priority. Fair enough. They offered it at RRP. Fair enough. Unfortunately, to already be a customer, you would have to buy something on their store that's incredibly overpriced, because they sell at scalper prices, market prices, all the rest of it. I've heard dodgy stories about them holding product back that they receive for like a year or two to sell it later down the line at a higher price just because. So holding new products back for the hope of more gain down the line, especially when you're already charging scalper prices on a lot of stuff that you've got, guys. Come on, sort it out. I don't think is right, so they're getting demoted heavily for that. Very okay, very. Very's gonna go in between Amazon and Argos. I think that's a fair place to put it. I don't know what you guys would think. I quite often get Pokemon products, so I think they deserve to be up there in that range, and I think they're quite reliable. I've ordered stuff from Very and it came fine at a good price. I think the problem where Very slips up is that they get botted very heavily. They seem to get a lot of 151 and prismatic stuff, so it's stuff that people want, but they don't police, they don't have bot checks or anything like that. If you follow any Discord stuff, so for example, if you're on Oak Labs, which is like a Discord service that pings people, that will ping you when product becomes available in different stores online. If a ping goes out for Very to notify you that there's a new product on Very, if it's 151 or prismatic, I can tell you right now, before you even click the ping to get to the site, it's gone because bots have bought it, which is really unfortunate. But they do tend to get like a lot of I say less desirable stuff like Temporal Forces, Paradox Rift, ETBs, packs, things like that. And if you're lucky, you can get stuff on there if you are quick enough. And lastly, we've got Wayland Game Centre, which I'm going to put, I don't know, somewhere amongst the others. I think they have quite a big selection, so I'm going to put them in amongst the other stuff. But that's it. I don't really know too much about them. I just know that they do sell a lot of Pokemon products. And without having more knowledge, I don't want to put them higher or lower. But you have to let me know in the comments. You have to let me know about all this list. I think I've done okay ranking this. I think it's right to have these three are definitely at the top for me. Again, I don't really have any experience with Alchemist, but from what I've seen, I think they're good. Maybe I'll swap them on eBay. Although there's a lot of scalpers that sell on eBay, and I don't really want to. Don't buy at scalper prices, by the way. Please don't buy above market price. It's always my thing, like, especially if you're new and you're not aware of like how the hobby works. It's like where to look and understanding what prices you should be expecting. Like a pack should be £4.29. So if you're going and buying packs at £7, you're overpaying, by the way. And I just want to educate people on exactly what they should be paying. And that scalpers that buy this stuff at that price and then resell it at a higher price are only able to operate if you keep buying from them. But anyway, I think that's a good list. I think Pokemon Center deserves to be top. I know a lot of you miss out. I know there's so many issues with it, but they're trying, and the products they offer at the price they offer, and their shipping and stuff is just the best. So I just don't want to put them down, and we can get unique products from them, like Pokemon Center ETBs offer us cards that have a Pokemon Center stamp, and you can't get that from anywhere else. And so I don't think you can make them any lower. Card Market are the best for singles. Smiths are the best when it comes to doing pre-orders and stuff in store and things like that, because they completely bypass this. Although they offer all their information of what they've got online, making you go into store completely stops bots, which is huge. Yeah, you have to let me know what you think. If I've missed any, let me know. If you think some should be higher or lower, let me know. If you think some of these in the B tier, specifically some of these card stores that I'm not too familiar with, if you think they should go higher or lower, let me know. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything more to say. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all soon.